Well, ladies and gentlemen, and any pets that may be watching, welcome to Game 2 of Round 3 of the 2013 AFL Europe Championship. And this is going to be a cracker of a game. It is Sweden versus Great Britain. Both teams are vying for a spot in the grand final this Saturday. Great Britain have already made their place in there, that's for sure. Sweden, if they win this, will really put some pressure on Ireland to win this afternoon and to make it into that grand final. Out they get. Ball kicks out by Sweden. Here he comes. Johansson leads to the ball again. He has been fantastic all tournament. Great Britain kick it out from the half-back flank. They're up in the middle of the ground. Big fly from the pack there. Ball comes off hands. Sweden, smooth movement out of the back half. A lovely little spot kick. But into the hands of Sean Walton. This kid from Great Britain has been fantastic. He was amazing last match. His work with Stephen Trigg in the ruck especially was something to be absolutely bedazzled by. Number 2 again from Sweden. Smooth play in getting that ball out. That's Emil Arberg. He's a smooth move that's done well all championship. Handball up there. Great Britain deep in their back line. Try to get a kick out. Doesn't go very far. Players from Great Britain run into each other. Number 6, that there is Mark Island playing for Britain. Ball up in the pack again. 21 gets a short, quick hands out. Good play again. Kick out into lead. Lovely bit of play there from Great Britain to get the ball out into the middle of the ground. They kick long. What's the lead here? Running through the pack. It's a bit of a foot race. That's Tobias there. Tobias Stahl from Sweden gets the ball on the half-back flank. He is dumped off it. The ball almost runs out of boundary line, and it does. Out of bounds on the full, though. Britain's free kick. Here's their chance to set it up. This is number 19. Luke Booth, the Boothster, playing for Great Britain. Of course, if you're watching this at home, remember to tweet in hashtag EC13. We'll be sure to read a few of those out. Mark there for Sweden defence is Irish-born Tony McLaughlin. That's a lovely pass by him out to the running player. Fantastic play, Sweden. Look at this ball moving. Up to the wing now. At 16, Jens Osterkamp for Sweden. He's got it on the wing. What can he do? Move it on. He's got players running past. That's number 3 again, Eric Salin. He's had a good tournament so far. Kicks it up high, up to the forward line. Ball comes down to the pack. There's number 18. Number 18. There's been some conjecture over who this fella is. I believe I was calling him Intia Bureau all match. I've been told, though, that it is not. That is, in fact, Danny James. I'm sure his friends and family will know. They should text me in and tell me. Or tweet me in. Hashtag EC13 here for the championships. Great Britain kick it out, but Sweden have the numbers here back in defence. Number 7, handball's up. There's Eric Alberg again. Over to Tony McLaughlin, who kicks long in the forward line. Ball bounces. Great Britain have the numbers. Danny James kicks it out there. Lovely bit of play by Danny James. Great Britain have the numbers across the ball. Well played. Handball out goes well. Ball drop, number 19 for Great Britain. That's the Boothie again. He kicks it long up to the half-forward line. Good kick by Luke Booth. It's shuffled on there by Great Britain. He's going to try to mark his own mark. I haven't seen the likes of that. Ball gets knocked away, though, and over the boundary line in front of big Chris James, and in for a throw-in. Big number 2 there, Chris James, who's going to take this ruck contest. He was electric the last 2 games he's played. He's been a goal-kicking sensation for Great Britain. Kicked 4 majors last game. So I wonder what Sweden will be able to do to control his effect on the game. Knocked back here. Eric Alberg gets it again. Emil Alberg, I should say. Ball around the pack. That is wrapped up, and that is going to be another ball up. Hashtag EC13. Send on your tweets. Let us know what you think of the matches here. We are live from the DCU Sports Ground in Dublin for what is a great day for football. Sean Walton for Britain just saw the ball. I think you might have heard his hand there. He was looking to swing out a play there and have a crack at goal, but he didn't get a chance. It's going to be another ball up here. In the ruck we have for Great Britain. Ball wrapped up again in the middle. We'll see what they can do with that. It's going to be another ball up. We saw a one-sided match to start today. Denmark showing all the skills that have made him such a great team. Sean Walton again gets his body in behind that ball and gets his hand to it. He has had a very, very good competition so far. Knocked down again by Great Britain. Ball in the pack. Tony Armstrong gets a hands out. Great hand pass out to the running Denmark half-back flanker. Ball is tapped down. Here comes number 10. That's Ollie Deletio for Great Britain. Handballs again. That's number 11, Sam Boyd, trying to get the ball out. That's called holding the ball, though, against Sam Boyd. It's going to be Sweden's free kick. And it looks like it's going to go to Chris Martinson here. He's going to take the ball from about 70 metres out. What can Martinson do with it? He looks wide, looks to the lead. Who does he see out there? Looks like Johansson. Can't get his hands to the ball. The ball comes down. It's in front of number 25 there. Robin Nielsen for Sweden. Ball beats him over the boundary line. And it's going to be another boundary throw-in. Boundary throw-in here, 50-metre line. Sweden versus Great Britain. Great Britain have been the absolute surprise packet of this competition to date. They are 2 wins with not a loss to their name, and they have booked themselves a place in Saturday's grand final. The only team in their pool. Here's Sean Walton again. He is fantastic out of the tap. Read that ball beautifully, and an excellent kick. 50-metre kick has hit his teammate right in the chest. He turns around with a sharp left foot kick around the body. Knocked to the pack. This could be Booth again. Oh, very strong at the football there. Excellent strength from Luke Booth. He's hurt himself in the process, though, I think. Took a mighty, mighty knock. There's 2 Great Britain players down here in front of me, right in front of the broadcast box, that are feeling it. They have been throwing themselves hard at the football this match. This is number 24 for Great Britain. He's gone long with that footy. Up in the pack, Chris James, the big fella, brings it to ground. Can't get it. Turning around on the match. Who's going to pull it out of this? Sweden have the numbers at the foot of the pack. Chris James is fighting there for Great Britain. And the ball is going to be thrown up. A good bit of football there played by both teams. Ball up into the ruck. Knocked down by Chris James. Sweden have good position here. That's excellent foot speed. Look how quick this guy is to go. I think that's Johansson. That is amazing speed. No, this is Johansson. There's certainly not 2 of them out there. Knocked on. Ball turned around. Can they get it out of that pack? It is hot and humid down on ground level there. Excellent work by both umpires. Really well contested opening first stanza of this quarter. Players throwing themselves at it. It was Eric Salem before. Dashing run out of half-back flank. Salem and Johansson have been fantastic for Sweden all tournament. Out of the pack, that was well played. There he is again. Emil Arberg gets another stat. Well played here. Well played again by Sweden. Knocking the ball in front of him, keeping it live. That's Chris Martinson again. earn himself another free kick. He has been a real surprise packet for the start of this match. Very much a live wire. Telling the team now just to calm it down. Settle it down. Use the ball wisely. Let's make sure they do something with it. He's kicked out of the lead. Sweden player over his shoulder. Knocks it back into play. Great Britain look like they've got the numbers here to mop this up. Good handball out to the side there. Emil. Oh. Salberg was there. So was Johansson. Britain have done well here to move this ball out of the half-back line. And again back to 19. That's Luke Booth again. Kicked up over the head. Here comes Chris James again. He's got the ball in the forward pocket. Can he turn around? He handballs at 16 for Great Britain. Has kicked the first goal of the game. That's David Saunders. He opened up the goal kicking for the last match as well, and he's done it again for Great Britain this time. Getting on the end of some very handy play by the big fella Chris James. Sweden will be disappointed with that. They had the ball up in their end. They had Christensen telling them to slow down, to keep their heads. He kicked the ball, it got turned over, and boom, 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 down the ground it went. Over to Chris James, and over to what it can only be described as the opportunist, David Saunders, for Great Britain's first goal of the game. And that's the first score too, so that sees Great Britain on 6 points, Sweden yet to score. A fantastic opener to this match. A good crowd here. It's a lovely tap down from Great Britain, kicked out. Here he is again, Emil Arberg under that one, can't mark it. Ball comes down to the ground. Tony McLaughlin runs into his man. The ball's kicked out there. That's Johan Lance chasing this one. Lance still over the top of it. Who can come out? Great Britain now had the numbers out there. They turn on the wing, kicking the half-forward flank. There is Arberg again. This fella certainly knows where the ball's going to go. But he's put that straight into David Saunders' hands. What can he do with it? He's in the middle of the ground. He's looking for some options. He's looking to see where Chris James is. He kicks down there long. Here comes Chris James. Knocked down by the Swedish player. Excellent work. Excellent work here by Sweden, running it out of their defence. Tony McLaughlin put under a bit of pressure though. Emil Arberg gets a hand to it. The ball comes up again. Tony McLaughlin in there fighting for it. Well played both teams. That gets locked up in the forward pocket there for Great Britain. And we're going to have a ball up. We've seen some excellent skills to open this match. Number 7 is David Warburg for Sweden up in the ruck. He won a big tap there. Ball hits the deck here off the pack. Number 17 for Great Britain handballs it out. They've got some good run. That's long and hard down to Chris James' direction again. It's going to beat him though over the boundary line and in for a boundary throw in. It has been an end-to-end start to this match. Some great contests we've seen so far. I'm really not sure who's going to take Chris James in that Great Britain full forward. He has been a hard man to stop in both games I've seen this tournament. Oh, that's a great tackle. They've paid it. They have paid it. That is Sammy Willett here for England. He's only a young fella, this kid, 19 years of age, has only been playing AFL for less than a year, but is obviously impressed with his team, the Birmingham Bears, enough to make it into this Great British squad. Can he make this 2 goals for Great Britain? He's kicking from about 35 out. Looks good off the boot. He likes it. The crowd like it. Great Britain have got their second goal on the board. All of his teammates getting around him now. Sammy Willett. Excellent piece of play. A great tackle. And he has kicked truly. That is 2 goals to Great Britain. 12 points. Sweden yet to score. It'll be interesting to see how now they man up in the centre square, Sweden. Will they go defensive and just try to stop the flow here of Great Britain? They've certainly got some classy on-ballers here, Sweden. There's been a centre square infringement. It is against Britain, so Sweden are going to take the free kick. David Warburg's going to take the kick. He kicks it short. Here comes number 12 for Sweden. That's Oscar Magnusson. He comes around. Arberg's got it again. Arberg's still looking for it again. Oh, he's put this up the under. This is hard work here. Great Britain man under it though and takes it safely. Well played him. That is James Talbot there for Great Britain. Kicks it out wide. Here we go. That's number 20, Owen Ryland. He had a fantastic match last match. Ryland again picks it up for the wing. Good movement. Good duck. Good dive. Kicks it long up. Tony McLaughlin gets the ball in his arms. Should clear this for Sweden and does out in the flank. It's going to be a foot race here. Who's got the speed? Who's got the speed? Great Britain get to a first. Turn around the corner. Well played, son. Gets it on his boot. Kicks it only as far as McLaughlin again. Knocked down to Arberg. This ball's going to beat everyone across the line and goes out of bounds. Great play by both teams there. Wahlberg putting his hand up to take this for the ruck. He's on a tall ruckman, Wahlberg. He was challenged by the Croatian ruckman last game, but he's back in business. Here we go by the Swedes, moving the ball sharply. It is hot and hard out there. Number 3 for Great Britain. That's Alistair McKinnell. He's a speedy little short forward man who did quite well last round. Kicked a goal himself, I believe. This ball's going to be thrown in up on the wing. Scores are Great Britain 2 goals. Sweden yet to score. Ball kick now forward into the Great Britain forward line. Tap up off the pack. Who is that now? Some very great foot speed. McLaughlin's got it in the back line there for Sweden. He kicks out, but I believe he's kicked that out in the full, and it's going to be a kick in. Great to see some of the UK fans now getting onto Twitter, letting us know that they're logged on and watching. Hopefully any problems you might have with that feed, we're going to get sorted out very soon. Ball kicked out in the centre square. Here comes Saunders. He's got it in front of him. He turns. He sees number 8 for Great Britain line up. Who's there? It's McLaughlin for Sweden. Punches it out in front of him. Smart play. This is Solon. Handball across. That was smart play by him. Here comes 16. Jens Osterkamp. Kicks it up high and long. Great Britain players there everywhere. Well played. Very courageous mark, running back with the ball there by the great British player. He kicks it up long now to a pack. Who's up? It's a fantastic mark by the number 5. It's Matt Killenny before. Killenny, I think you might pronounce it Killenny. I'm going to stick with Killenny, I think. That's kicked up now, only as far as Emil Arberg though. And that is the quarter time siren. Excellent start. Great Britain have kicked 2 goals, but Sweden seem to have quite a lot of the run of that play for that quarter. But Great Britain have continued their fantastic form this tournament and have put 2 goals on the board. They'd be happy with that. Sweden are going to have to find something special in the next quarter to get games back on their level. We will be joining you back at the DCU Sports Ground here in Dublin for the continuation for the second quarter of this match between Sweden and Great Britain in the 2013 AFL Europe Championship. We are back live for the second quarter of Great Britain versus Sweden. That was the big ruckman down to Sean Walton, who gets it again. Big kick up again. Ball's rushed down in the pocket there. I think that might be the big ruckman. Anthony Trigg might be wearing the number 1 this game. I think it could be. I'll have to get confirmation of that. I think it looks like big Anthony Trigg out there wearing the number 28. Ball knocked down into the pack, kicked out there by Arberg. Here comes number 9. That's Blondu for Sweden. Turns, tries a bit too much, gets tackled. Free kick paid against him. Great Britain now, what can they do? Can they get their 3rd goal on the board? We saw a great goal early by Saunders. Chris James flies for that one. Can't quite reach it, the ball comes down. Ball around again, 24 kicks over his head, but that's out of bounds as well. Ball thrown in for the boundary line here. Warburg up for Sweden. Knocked down by Great Britain. Sweden have the numbers in the back pocket. They turn out of the back pocket. Kick it up. Chris James, the big ruckman, plays on. Dances around. Snaps around his body. That does look like it's going to beat everybody though. And it goes over the boundary line and out of full. Sweden to kick back in. Tony McLaughlin to take this kick in for Sweden. He's deep in the back pocket. He plays on, he goes for a bit of a run, covers some ground, kicks it long. It's a nice kick. Well, it's not a nice kick. He's put it straight over to the Great British players there on the side of the fence, and they're not playing. That is out of bounds on the full. McLaughlin's skill's pretty good there. The pressure must be red hot from the Great British forwards, which is good to see. Kicked in there. Who's going to get to it? It's number 18 there for Sweden who takes them all. That's Valemark. He goes back, kicks it wide. It's not a bad kick. It's Emil Arberg again. Saunders, Wilton in front of him. Moved in front. Ball comes out of that pack. Hot hands. Knocked out of it. Amazing tackle there by number 6. That's Mark Island for Great Britain. He has laid 2 fantastic tackles there. But it is Sweden who get paid the free tickle. Saunders has been pinned with holding that football. In come the boys with a bit of argy-bargy, showing who has the tighter biceps in these jerseys. And it's actually a free kick to Saunders, not holding the ball. The Swedish player did look like he came and got him in the back, so the right free kick's been paid there. Saunders kicks up, kicks to the pack, over the back of Chris James. He's not happy about it. And for good reason, he's being paid a push in the back there. There is just so much to worry about when Chris James goes near the ball. The Swedish player, you can see the size difference. Chris James got a good 1.5 foot on him. The Swedish player has been far too Chris James conscious and pushed him in the back, pushed him under the ball so to go over his head. That's not allowed. And that is a free kick to Chris James. Can he kick his 2nd for the match? He lines up. He kicks not so straight. That's only a point. So that's a point to Great Britain. That's 2 goals, 1 for them. Still no score for Sweden. They have played some good football, Sweden. What can we see? Can we see Arberg? Can we see Sarlin? Can we see Lance? Get them sped up. Here's Arberg coming out of the back line. Oh, we've called it as we've seen it. Here comes Sarlin. Here are the boys they need getting them moving. He dashes around. Can't beat the tackle. It was a great tackle in the end there by Great Britain. Ball spills out. Here's number 11. He's just put that in his boot and hoped for the best. It's gone out of bounds and on the full. Sweden to kick this back in. They're really going to need to lift their midfield. It's going to need to be blokes like Arberg and Sarlin. Even Johansson's going to need to get back into this game. They've been fantastic throughout the tournament. They're going to need to lift. That's 29 for Sweden over the top and out of bounds. What are we going to see here? It is 2 goals, 1. 13 Great Britain. Sweden yet to score. It has been flowing football though. Warburg up on the ruck. Ball comes down. Well attacked by both teams there. Well played. Great Britain get the ball out of the pack. Can't clear it though. Here comes Arberg. Kicks it up. It's a foot race here. Sweden looked to have this in the bag. Great pick up off the ground there. There's Lance we talked about before. He turns around and kicks it up. Here come the boys. Tapped away though by Great Britain. Well played. There's Luke Booth getting the action again. That's a hard tackle in the football. That's some really strong football. Ollie Delidio there was excellent running that ball up. It's going to be a free kick though. And the free kick's going to go to Lance, it looks like. Johan Lance. No, it's going to go to Great Britain. He turns around and drops a kick. Oh, puts a bit of pressure. Emil Arberg again gets up. Can't get his hands to it. Can't mark it finally. Ball comes around. Stop and prop. That's nice poise from that young fella, 28. He kicks it. Onto it runs Great Britain. Good moves at Delidio again. He has been super strong. That's a tough call by the umpire. No, that was number 6. That was Mark Ireland there for Great Britain. It's a good bit of play. But captured. He kicks this up too. This is Johan Lance. It's like he's heard my commentating. He has absolutely barnstormed his way back in this game after I've asked him to come and have a look. Wahlberg over the ball. Can he get up to O'Loughlin? He doesn't, but there's another Swedish player there that takes it. Handball over the top. Knock on again. That's good work that's number 19. That is Joel Sprang for Sweden. There's a good bit of play. Not the greatest of finishes in the end. It's out of bounds and on the full. But that's a bit of life. That's what we're going to need to see from Sweden to get into this game. That's a bit of a comedy of errors. Didn't really kick it over the mark, but didn't really start with it in. This is Danny James for Great Britain. He was excellent last game. There I was calling him the wrong name the whole game. But Danny James did put in a sterling effort. Ball thrown up. Tapped down by the Swedish player. Number 1. This defence has been strong by Great Britain. Out they get it again. Push it forward. McLaughlin for Sweden. Gets his hands on it again. Smart play. Runs himself out of trouble. Looks for his options. He didn't have too many. And there's number 10. That's Ollie Delidio again. Delidio kicks long. He's got Emil Arberg. Courageous play by Arberg. Kept his eye on the footy. Knew he was running into a big pack. He had a man coming full steam ahead at him. But he kept his eye on the footy and knocked it out in the air. And it was great play. Great Britain would have been out the back and would have had a chance to kick a goal then. Tap down again. Sweden around the football. That's good work from their pack. Oh, the Great British boys spoil themselves. Here comes Johansson. Johansson's still keeping it at his feet. What does he do with it? Gets it out to Lance. Lance has got it now. Oh, it's a fantastic tackle paid. I have a feeling that's Delidio again. It is indeed. He is having some game, Delidio. Kicks it well. Out to the play. That's play on. Otherwise he's over his mark and it's going to be 50. It's not. This is Tobias Stahl here for Sweden standing the mark. Delidio kicks up. It's up to Sammy Wilton again. Sammy Wilton was the other goal kicker for those of you out there. Sammy Willett, I should say. He kicked a sensational goal. Took a great grab. Oh, sorry, he's paid a free kick. And he kicked truly. And it was an excellent start. So Sammy Willett was the second goal kicker there for Britain. For those of you who are keeping a record of the goal kickers, it'll be interesting to see who wins the golden boot for this tournament. We're going to have a few people now in the offing. Chris James is certainly up there. That's lovely play. This ball's going to go Sweden's way. He's played it on. The advantage has been played. Here's a chance for Sweden now. Turned around. Handballed on. Will it get a handball again? That was number 19 again, Joel Sprang. He's certainly come back into the match in this quarter. Where does this ball go? Deep in the forward line. Who have we got? It's Verngren up. Beats the top of them. Punched out by... Here we go. It's Johansson. Turned and snapped. Johansson! He's kicked a goal. A fantastic goal kick there by Nattas Johansson. A lovely bit of play. Around again onto his right foot. He has kicked a snap. It was a beautiful snap. Very reminiscent of what I think was the goal of the tournament from day 2. Hard on the boundary line. He kicked out another right foot hand snap down to the same goal end. He is a man who knows where the goal is. He has an amazing sense of where the goals are. 2 great snaps. It's exactly what Sweden needed there. It's a score for them. That's their first goal for the game. And it takes them to 6 points versus to Sweden's 2 goals, 1 point. Handballed out of the pack now. Great Britain forces forward. Here comes Willett again. Willett gets his hands on it. Gets the tackle away. That's too high. And Sam Willett is going to go back and take his kick. He led his opponent out to the ball, and it was good play by the young fella. Sam Willett now. He'll be kicking this from well outside 50 metres. This would be some kick if he can kick this. Jeez, it looks good off the boot. It's straight. It's beaten everybody, but it's just gone to the right of the post. Hit the post, in fact, and that's 1 point. Chris James gives the ball back to Emil Arberg, who has seen plenty of it for Sweden. Sam Willett again gets the mark. Oh, I think there's been a bit of a head clash here. I think we have seen Joel Sprang whack his teeth against the back of Willett's head. Willett's scratching his head, seeing if there's any blood on it. Joel Sprang's mouth looks like it could be in all sorts of trouble. That was a nasty clash to the teeth. He's run through the mark, though. Oh, no. Oh, that is it's a terrible error. Joel Sprang, the poor fella, running off to the boundary, has run through the mark. That is an infringement, which brings about a 50-metre penalty. And that's going to bring Sam Willett right up to the goals to kick this. An unfortunate error. Very reminiscent of the late Jim Steins in that football final against Hawthorn. He ran through the mark. It's a small, tinsy-tiny rule of the game. Oh, and it's resulted in a Great Britain goal. Unfortunate it happened that way, but still, nothing Sammy Willett could do about it. He has kicked truly for his second goal of this match. And that gives Great Britain a little bit more breathing space. So that is Great Britain. And he's 3 goals to 20 points. Sweden 1 point. He is looking good, I must say. Sammy Willett up on the half-forward line there. He's leading strong. He's presenting himself first to the ball and getting there very early. Kick out here. Great Britain looking strong. Sean Walton goes up. Courageous. Sammy Willett again. Sammy Willett again's got the ball on the forward flank. Turns, kicks around the corner. Emil Arberg. No mark paid. It must have been touched off the boot. It was a great grab by Arberg. Ball comes up. Good play by Sweden. Can they clear the ball here? Nice bit of work. It's a foot race on. What can we see here? Great Britain look like they've got it covered. They handball up over the top. Picked up again off the half-back flank. That's smart play. Right in the arms there of number 15, Paul Harris. Sean Walton, well run. He knows where to run, this kid. I'll give him that. Up to Chris James. What can he do? He turns, gets a handball off. Here comes 24 for Great Britain and puts it through the middle. That is another goal for Great Britain. A great goal. Chris James involved again with a good bit of agile hand passing. And the number 24, that's Elliot Rich for Great Britain. A speedy little bit of work. Of course, set up again by Sean Walton. Mark was taken. Sean Walton knew exactly to run past Paul Harris at the exact time. Get that ball perfectly and boot that long. It was a lovely bit of play by Great Britain. And they are looking like a tremendous team. The team to beat in this tournament so far. Tap down, number 9, bound to Sean Walton. Gets their hands again. Rich was in there again. Elliot Rich was in there. Hard tackle, fierce tackling there for Great Britain. Now they get their hands on the ball. That's 15. That's Paul Harris again. Toledo's in there. Hand pass up again. Great Britain pushing this ball forward. Really working it through. Up to Sam Willett. Ball gets knocked down. Tony McLaughlin for Sweden there. Gets a handball out. Great Britain has still got it. That's a long kick now out of the pack. And that has gone through. It's out of bounds on the full. And is going to be kicked in now by Sweden. It was a lovely bit of movement there from Great Britain. They moved it very fast. They look very disciplined and well drilled around those packs. Giving themselves some space, getting the handballs out so they've got a bit of space to get a decent kick away. And they've done it well. This is number 10, Tallstrom for Sweden. Looks up, can't find his man. Sean Walton, the ever-dangerous Sean Walton now has it. And that is holding the ball against Sean. This umpire is hot on holding the ball. You haven't got long to get rid of it, which is good. It keeps the game flowing. Ball kicked up, ball kicked around the corner. Oh, it's a short, chippy one. Made the job in the end, though. That's out of bounds. Touched over the line. So it is going to be a boundary line throw in here. Right in front of the commentary box. The ball goes up. Big tap down. Here's number 3. Gets a handball away. That was smart play in the end. Tony McLaughlin picks up. Ball on the pack. Handball off from Sweden. It's hot in there. Dumped after he got rid of it. 23 for Sweden. That's Chris Martinson. He's going to take the kick on the halftime siren. So the scores at halftime. Great Britain 26. 4 goals 2. Sweden 6 points. 1 straight goal. An excellent piece of play there by Great Britain towards the end for their last goal. They are looking strong. This is not an unsurmountable lead, though. We've seen how swiftly Sweden can move the ball in this match. They've got the players to do it. 3 goals isn't going to be too much for them, but they're going to need to trial something. Great Britain have looked strong. Their half-back line have been super in rebounding the ball time and time again. Deledo's been good for them down there. Sam Boyd's been good for them down there. Danny James has done his bit. Half-back line has been good. And in the middle, we've just seen the boys force it over and over and over again. It's their superstars up forward. The Chris Jameses, the Killalenis have all been very, very good. And David Saunders has also been very busy. So as we leave you for the halftime break here, it is Great Britain 26, Sweden 6 at halftime of the second match on round 3. Great Britain versus Sweden at the 2013 AFL Europe Championship.
If you can, I can work on the screen. Again.
Welcome back to the beginning of the second half here. Great Britain versus Sweden. Ball goes up. Warburg gets it down. Great Britain win it. Knock that ball forward again. Great Britain get their hands out. There's Mark Ireland for Great Britain. Kicks it up high and wide. Bounces down. There's little Danny James tackling hard. Ball out in the middle. Sweden have the numbers there, but Great Britain win this one. They're out the back. Ball tapped across. There's Sahil. I think he's kicking the wrong way. No, he's not. I've got it the wrong way. There's Dengren. Turns around into an open goal. Can he keep his feet and kick it? No! Great Britain get themselves back there. Kick the ball out from the back pocket. And here comes Sammy Boyd to mop it up. Sam Boyd runs that over. That was an incredible chance there. Oh, only Vern could have kept his feet. He would have ran into an open goal for Sweden. That's what they would have needed to start this second half off with. They're at least 3 goals down at the moment. Sweden have it now. Here they come back into attack. What can they do with it? They kick it up long. Great work again. There's number 10, Ollie Delidio again. He's been very good for Great Britain this game. Has not given his opponent a chance of getting the ball in the forward line. The scores, of course, Great Britain 4 goals, 2-26. Sweden 1 straight goal to 6 points. Great Britain got it again, but he kick it straight into Emil Arberg. It comes off the back to Tony McLaughlin. He gets a kick away. Arberg again. Great work in getting the ball. And again he picks the ball up, Arberg. He's running about 25 metres the wrong way, though. He's taken that. He's still got it. But he would have taken himself back 25 metres. The ball comes over the back. Gets knocked back out. And we've now got the ball in Great Britain's half-forward flank. About 60 metres around from their goal. The scores again. Great Britain 4 goals, 2-26. Sweden 1 straight goal. Ball tapped up. Lovely tap down by Tony McLaughlin. It's only great British players there charging through the pack. That's Mark Ireland for Great Britain. Strong work there. The pack forms. You can sense the bit of tension out there now. Sweden really need to get the first goal on the board here. They're more than 3 goals down. Tap up in the ruck. Almost again the Wilton combination. Kicked high, kicked deep down. Who's going to win this in the race? Nobody. It's going to bounce over and go out of bounds for a throw-in by the boundary umpire. About 20 metres around from the goals, from Great Britain's goals. Sweden really need to get this ball out of this danger zone now. That's a flat throw-in. It goes up. The umpire's asked him to throw that in again. Fatigue must be catching up with that boundary umpire. It is a thankless and tiring job. Up that goes. Good throw in. Knocked down out the back. It comes to Sweden. Who's there though? There's been a free kick off the ball, and it's a Great Britain free kick. It's Paul Harris, the experienced campaigner for Great Britain. This is going to make things difficult for Sweden if he can kick this. It's not a very tight angle. He's going to be kicking it from about 45 metres out. Looks good off the boot, but it's swinging to the left, and it has missed. That's a let off for Sweden. It takes Great Britain to 4 goals, 3 to Sweden's 1 point. Kicked out now, 27 to 6 points. Emil Arberg kicks it up long and deep. There's numbers out there for Sweden. Can they get this and get it out? Looks like Johansson in there. Lance is in there as well with him. It's holding the ball. That's a fantastic effort by the Great British player there. It was one Great Britain player there versus 3 Swedes. And the Great Britain player has come up with it. Kicked along on the forward line. Danny James was flying there. What's he doing up that end of the ground? Must have been a few transitions going on at half-time there. Emil Arberg has it again, though. Keeps it in front of him. Well played. Johansson, ball on a string. Lovely bit of play by that fella. Up to Verngren. Verngren can't turn around. Not the greatest turning circle as our friend David Verngren. Ball out, though. Here we go again. Number 8. That's Tobias Gogu. Ball over the side, and Sweden are looking excellent this piece of play. Here comes Lance. He kicks it high and wide. It's 23 here. That's Chris Martinson again. And Chris Martinson has earned himself a free kick. Put himself under the fall of that ball, and the Great British players collided into his back. He's earned himself a free kick now. He's going to be kicking this from just inside 50. It's going to be a tough kick. He's on a slide angle. This would be exactly what Sweden needs for the start of this second half. Kick looks like it's not going to make the distance. Number 20 there was Tobias, is standing there. Ball's fallen at his feet. Sweden again have the numbers here. It's come out. Snapped on the left-hand corner. It's Lance. He kicks across the face of goal, and it is out of bounds on the full. That was a good opportunity for Sweden. But alas, sprayed across the face, and Great Britain to slow things down here, have a chance to regroup and kick this ball back in. It is 4 goals, 3, 27. That's Great Britain. 1 straight goal, Sweden. Kicked up. Lovely kick in. That finds Paul Harris. He started this second half excellently. Kicks up long in the middle of the ground. Here's Delito again, but who's marked that in front of him? It's a fantastic grab. That looks like Mark Ireland. He kicks that down now long. Here comes Chris James. Here's Sammy Willett. Ball off the hand. Sammy Willett got the second grab. Sweden have the ball, but they're tackled hard in here. The umpire says, give that to me. I'm going to throw that up. Tap comes down. Number 9, Emil Arberg again runs it out of defence. Only kicks it to far as Toledo, though. Those two have been absolutely racking up the possessions. Toledo and Arberg. Here's a foot race. Danny James runs over the front of the ball. Here it comes, turns and spins. Number 5 for Great Britain. Snaps around the corner. That is a great goal. Matt Killihenny. He has absolutely kicked a goal which stretches out Great Britain's lead. A fantastic goal there. Kicked by number 5, Matt Killihenny. And it was at a heartbreaking time for the Swedish too. They looked like they were just starting to get some rhythm back into their play. That's a tough blow for Sweden, but an excellent opportunity for Great Britain. That takes them to 5 goals, 3. 33. Sweden still with the 1 point. 1 goal, sorry. Tap down here. Great Britain are going to win this one out again, you'd think. No, great tackle laid there by 23 and 24. Martinson and Moynihan for Sweden wrapping that one up. Connor Moynihan goes up. Tap down. Martinson in there. Umpire says he's going to ball this one up again. Martinson in the ruck for Sweden. Number 12 there for Great Britain. Knocks that down well. That's well played. Here comes Martinson again. That's a lovely pickup. That's a lovely bit of play here for Martinson. Kicks that long. Here comes Johansson. The excitement machine. Gets a handball across. Across to his mate in Salen. Salen runs the distance. Kicks. Verngren chasing after it. He's not going to win this foot race though. And well played there by the Great British fullback back pocket. He kicks up only as far, goes over the head. This looks like little Elliot Rich here, fighting hard for it. Well played, Elliot Rich. Excellent football there by Great Britain on their half-back flank. Number 13 there, that's Mark Todd. Excellent getting that ball out. Knocked forward well by Sweden, ball comes through. That's a lovely bit of play there from Graham Bikerdijk. Well played there, well marked there by Tony McLaughlin for Sweden. Looking though, he doesn't know where he's going to kick this to though, you think. Doesn't seem to be a lot of movement. Umpire saying McLaughlin tries to get him around, swings it around, it's over his head. Well played, well roved at the front of the pack there. Bikerdike's got it again. Bikerdike turns, kicks it, lovely pass, kicks it straight to his teammate there in Paul Francis. Bikerdike runs back, wants it again. Tony McLaughlin, strong. Got in front of Danny James and marked the ball. Now kicks long. Who's that to though? It's only gone so far as the big, great British. I think he's the centre half back there. He kicks long. Sammy Willett, second of the contest there, comes down. Sweden now, are they out? Kick the ball up. Here comes Johansson, the excitement machine. Ball bounces over his head. Verngren can't get to it. Well fended off. Gave him the don't argue there to the great British full back. Kicks up there only as far as number 18, Valemark for Sweden. He has a chance now to set this up again. Who's kicked that out to? His lovely pass. It hit him on the chest. That's number 19, Joel Sprang. Haven't seen him this much this half. That's a lovely pass though into Lance. Excellent football by Sweden. Lovely use of the football. Lining up now from about 70 out. Their passes have been fantastic. That's a long kick across here. It's put Tobias Stahl under pressure, but he's marked it. Tobias Stahl now. He's looking up for Verngren. What can Verngren, the full forward for Sweden, do? Where's Johansson, the excite machine? He's walking back into the back pocket. Where are we going to put this ball? Stahl. Kicks it up, kicks it high. Verngren underneath it. Pack knocked down forward. Here's Johansson, the excitement machine. He turns again on his right foot. Can he kick another snap? He cannot. And it's gone through for a behind for Sweden. A lovely bit of football there to only result in a behind for Sweden. It's their first behind for the match, I believe. Kick out there by Great Britain. What can we do? Here comes Alberg. Well knocked over there by the big Great British ruckman. Now Great Britain are out. Here's number 3, Alistair McKinnell. He gets the kick out. Strong mark. Excellent mark by Mark Ireland for Great Britain. He's marked that almost just on the 50-metre line. It's going to take some kick. It looks good. There's Chris James. Sammy Willett knocked down in front of the pack. There's Elliot Rich again. Sammy Willett again. Turns on his left foot. Snaps and snaps truly. And that's a goal for Great Britain. A fantastic goal. It's his third for the match for Sam Willett. He has been some differential in this match for Great Britain. Sweden did well then to bring the ball to ground, but Sammy Willett swooped in, picked it up, turned on his left foot and snapped truly. Excellent work by the Great Britain forward line. Just as Sweden was starting to look like they were getting back into this match. Starting to really use the ball well. That is Great Britain 5-3-39 versus Sweden. 1-1. Ball comes. Here's Arberg again. Gets the hand. Here's Wahlberg chasing. But he's chasing there. Saunders for Great Britain. Saunders at the bottom of the pack. Gets the ball out. Holding the ball. It's a tough call. He looks like the only man really going for that ball. But it's Emil Arberg that comes out with it. Kicks it straight into Saunders. Well played, David Saunders. Didn't just let that go. Free kick was paid against him, and he fought to keep it back. Ball gets thrown in by the boundary umpire. Up goes Wahlberg for Sweden. Ball comes down to the back of the pack. Handball out. No, kicked up further now. Johansson's around it. Johansson's still around this. Can he get his hands on it? It's number 16 for Sweden. It's still an opportunity. Great Britain rushed back there with the numbers, though. Look to mop that up. There's Delito again. Well played, number 8. David Gamble for Great Britain kicks it out, but only far as Sweden. Here they go now. Kicked in the forward pocket. And it's a goal for Sweden. That is an excellent piece of work. Kicked the goal as he was being swung to the ground. And Sweden are not out of this match yet by any means. I think that could be Hampus Olsen that kicked that last goal in the forward pocket. Ball's turned over then at the end, unfortunately by David Gamble, into the forward line and into the arms of the young half-forward flank for Sweden, who has kicked a tremendous goal there and some severe pressure. Ball knocked down again. Great Britain get their hands to it. Saunders again, tapped down. Here comes Sean Walton. He's a class act. Kicks long. Chris James over the back. It's going to beat him and run out of play there. And over we go, out of bounds.
Is it fixed, yeah? Okay.
That's at 1.36 upload.
So that's better.
Ball thrown in over the back. Sean Walton waiting there. He's got all the time in the world now. He's tackled hard though. Lance versus Walton out in the half-forward flanks. Walton wins that superbly. Tackled hard, keeps his feet. Allberg gets the ball over to Lance. Lance kicks it up to the wing now. Number 19, he was the last goal kick up. That was Joel Sprang who kicked the last goal. Beaten to it by his man there. And there is the three-quarter time siren. That was an entertaining quarter of football. Sweden got their skates on, got moving again, but Great Britain's superior forward line still managed to conjure the goals. That's been the difference between the two teams. And Great Britain have had the ball down their forward line. The Willets, the Joneses, even the smaller players as well, have all made the most of their opportunity. Chris James has been great down there. Sammy Willett's really been the difference though. He's kicked 3 goals this match. And at half-time, Great Britain have a strong lead leading into this final quarter. Can Sweden do it? Sweden look like they've been good all match. They've got great runners. They've been strong into it, but they haven't been able to convert. The game is there for the taking though for them. If they have the courage to really come back and get that done. And we're going to go to the three-quarter time break here. We'll be back with you with the scores and with the final quarter of Great Britain versus Sweden in the 2013 AFL Europe Championship. Welcome back to the DCU Sports Grounds here in Dublin as the two teams come out of their three-quarter time huddles and back into position. Scores here are Great Britain 6 goals 3-39. Sweden 2 goals 1-13. They certainly did some damage again there in Great Britain on the scoreboard. The game has actually been pretty close tussle, but Great Britain have just been making the most of their forward opportunities and kicking goals when it matters. And it's given them a very handy lead now. Sweden are going to have to kick 4 goals plus to keep this. Interesting setup in the middle here. We've got number 3, Alistair McKinnon. Looks like he's tagging number 13 there for Sweden. Ball goes up into the ruck. Sweden over the top of it. You would certainly think it's too early to go defensive for Great Britain. They're not going to be able to tag their way out of this. It's only 4 goals. Sweden can kick that in 15 minutes. No doubt about it. Tap down. That ball's going nowhere. It's going to be thrown up again. Apologies for those who have had problems with this live stream. Thanks for those who have been letting us know about it on hashtag EC13. It's been great to know you've been keeping us company and watching it out there live via Air TV and the score.ie. Ball comes out now for Great Britain. It's a high kick up and under. It's Danny James versus McLaughlin. McLaughlin, well played. Bit of a show of strength there. Kicks it out wide. Joel Sprang runs under it. Sprang still now near it. McKinnell, not a bad effort, but straight into the arms, into the legs is sprung. And over the bound. That's actually being called out of bounds on the full. Off Joel Sprang's feet and out of bounds on the full. So little Alistair McKinnell's going to take this kick again. Good mark. Very strong mark. That's Adam Bennett. He's taken a good few strong marks this quarter. Up in top, Swedish player, good courage. Gets in front of the pack and punches it wide. Emil Arberg there runs it out the back now for Sweden. If it sits for him, he might be a chance here, but it doesn't. Out it comes. Oh, well played. Mark Hyland gets it on his boot and kicks it in long. It's 3 against 2 here, but it bounces off Chris James's chest. He's marked it. They've paid the mark. There was 5 of them running back for that ball. Somehow Chris James manages to get underneath it, and after a couple of bites of the cherry, takes the mark and is now going to line up for what I think could be maybe his 3rd goal. But definitely at least his 2nd. He's going to be lining up, and this is going to make things very hard for Sweden if he can kick this. Lining up from about 20 metres out. Not a particularly tight angle. If he does kick this, you'll hear the sounds of 22 Swedish hearts breaking. Oh, he has not. That's a low kick. It's a low kick. It's been touched on the line and only a behind for Great Britain. So the score is Great Britain 6-4-40. Sweden 2 goals, 1-13. Kick out by Arberg again. High fly. It was courageous by. That was Elliot Rich again, who was sitting underneath that one. Elliot Rich still fighting for it here for Great Britain. Ball comes out. Lovely hand pass. Nice chip around the corner. Well punched away. That is number 8 there, David Gamble. Punched straight into the broadcast box. I almost got my first touch of the day there. Very exciting stuff to watch. This ball's going to be thrown back in. A real good chance to see the strength here between the two ruckmen. Over the tops of their back. Great Britain run onto this. Snap it around the corner. It's an up and under. Oh, it's a fantastic fly from Great Britain. That was the number 12 there, I think, Adam Bennett. No, it's 17 there. That was Ian McNicholas. Looked like he hurt himself. It was a super huge fly. Kicked out of the pack. Ball spills free. Willett's there. Here comes John Lance. Johan Lance. 2 bounces out of the pack. Puts it over his mate. Another good hand pass. Sweden look like good. Johansson near the ball. Handballed out. Kicked out the back there. That's a lovely piece of play. It finds number 25 now. He turns it over. There's Wahlberg, the ruckman, kicks it in. Salin turns his opponent completely around, kicks a fantastic goal. Eric Salin, a magnificent piece of play. Turned on a dime and turned his opponent completely the wrong way and kicked that through for a fantastic goal. Salin, and there's his mate Johansson next to him. They have kicked a couple of crackers this match. And Sweden still hold on. Can they do it? They're back to within about close enough to 4 goals now after pinning that one back. The scores, of course, are Great Britain 40, Sweden 19. Free kick here. Free kick against Lance in the middle. Tackling Great British player when he didn't have it. That's 25. That's Paul Francis. He kicks there long now. Over the back, Chris James again, the over the back specialist. Keeps his feet, gets tackled, but gets... Whoa! He's paid that holding the ball to Tony McLaughlin. The tackle started upright and he probably held onto it for long enough, but just at the end it slipped down and around his ankles and looked like it almost could have been paid a trip, but it's not. And it's kicked up to Lance. Here's Ireland again, strong play, kicks it only as far as Arberg. Arberg again over the top of this football. Sweden need to get this out, it's in a hot spot. Well played by the little fella. Number 3, Alistair McKinnell. McKinnell's the only one to take that game on there. Now McLaughlin's in trouble. Handballs it up to Arberg. He kicks it long. It's up to 2. Ball hits the deck. Great Britain have the numbers and it comes out the back. Who's there for Great Britain? Mark Ireland over the ball. Fighting hard for it. This is not coming out. Excellent bit of play there. The ball is now up in the centre square. Can Sweden knock this down and get something? They need a few goals quick. Here they go. They're on onto it. The excitement machine gets pushed off it though. Kicked around the corner. Over the top. Here comes Sarlin again. What can he do? Beaten to the ball by those opponent. Great Britain run it out. Lovely bit of play there by Great Britain, number 7. That's into your bureau there. Excellent bit of play. Hits Paul Francis. That comes back out now. It's 23 from Sweden. Can he kick the goal? Across the face and through for a point. That was Martinson again. He's seen plenty of the football today, Martinson. Couldn't kick truly there. The scores now, Sweden 20, Great Britain 40. Can they kick? 4 goals to win this match. Kick out by Great Britain. Lovely piece of play. On they move it. Oh, well worked again by Great Britain. Falls just short, but they've still got numbers there. Great smother off the boot there by Sweden. Gives him a chance now. In comes Wahlberg there, Ruckman. Just couldn't hold on to it. And it goes out of bounds, and they're going to be in for a boundary throw-in. A great bit of play there. And here we go. Sweden need to do something quick now. They need to get the ball down and kick some goals. Great Britain keep attacking those. This is what I like about this Great Britain team. They haven't gone in defensive play. Emil Arberg again gets the handball across. They've worked well, those two fellas together now. Harburg still chases on. Here comes Johansson, excitement machine. No, that was Lance this time. I'm getting all Johansson excited. He certainly is an excitement machine. There's a tussle here, which is only going to work in Great Britain's favour. It's going to suck important time off the clock for Sweden, so they'd want to be smart and stay out of this. It's a useless bit of wasted energy here for all players involved. Why tire yourself out doing that when you can tire yourself out running the length of the ground and getting on the end of a good football? Umpire's still trying to settle this down. Let's have a boundary throw and let's just move this play on. Boundary umpire is going to throw this in just on Sweden's side of the ground. Punch forward there. Arberg's got it again. This guy must have had 20 possessions easily, I think. Ball goes up. So not a bad kick, but it's knocked down. Again, the Great British runners get around there. Number 18 for Sweden. Can't get the kick away. Ball in a pack. Great Britain. Well played there by number 23. That's Martinson again. Spins out of the pack. McLaughlin's got it now. Tries to fend off a few. He does. Gets out in the clear space. Kicks it around the corner. Now the Swedish have got spare men. Kick for goal by number 10. Over the head of the excitement machine. Oh, Johansson almost got his hands on that one. Only 10 metres out from goal. Well played there, though. I'm not sure who that was. That could have been Arbuto that got his hands to that. Knocked it over for Great Britain. And saved them. And out it comes now from number 13. That's Mark Todd. Kicking out to the centre of the ground. Oh, it's on. Emil Arberg again. And take a bounce. I know he gets a kick away and a good kick. Oh, keep your feet. Here comes number 25 for Sweden. That's Robin Nielsen. What can he do with it? Great play by Emil Arberg then to hit him on the chest from halfback. They are still coming, Sweden. They are still coming. They feel they need to get a few more goals. Here comes Sam Walton. Sean Walton. He's been excellent. Free kick though. Here it comes. It's coming out to Nielsen again. Nielsen to take the free kick. Oh, it's been paid 50 metres here. That is a long 50-metre penalty. This is going to give them a chance to score. This is Robin Nielsen here. He's going to be kicking from about 30 metres out. And this is to bring Sweden back to around a 3-goal game. A lot of pressure on the fella. Can he get him back into the game with this kick? This will really put the wind up Sweden. He's kicked. It looks good off the boot. It's coming back around. It's not going to make the distance, though. It's fallen short. Lance is in there. Ball comes out. Kicked up. Ball bounces. There's Wahlberg. He can't get rid of it. That's holding the ball. Great tackle played by the great British half-back line. A super tackle to stop Wahlberg from getting away with that. And it's number 5, Killenny here. Matt Killenny for Great Britain. Kicks long now. Chris James comes up to meet that one. Gets it down to Sean Walton. Lovely piece of play, Walton. McLaughlin's got a paddock here. He's all by himself. Picks the ball up. Gets a handball away. Here comes number 18. That's Max Vellemark. Ball comes down again. Hits the delay. Ball spins up. What's going to happen here? Knocked forward by McLaughlin. There's number 5. That's Matt Killenny again. He's been at both ends of the ground. Killenny again over the ball. Handball out. There's Boothie. Ollie Delidio kicks it out again. And it's over the bounds for a boundary throw-in. Scoreboard reads Great Britain 40, Sweden 20. Great Britain are really going to want to lock this down now into their forward pocket. Sweden have the kick out. Kick it out long, but it goes over the heads and out of bounds and on the full. Great Britain, you feel now, just need to slow things down. Hold on to possession. Whittle some minutes away on this clock and suck the game out. They've got a handy lead now. Ball kicked into their forward line. Tony McLaughlin has been strong all game. Kicks it up again. Down it comes. Sean Walton's got the ball. He's around the footy. It's in the pack. It's going nowhere. Quick out of the pack there from Sweden. Ball running up to their half-back line. Beats all players over. And that is going to be a boundary throw-in. Sweden are going to have to kick 4 goals here. It looks like time might be creeping away from them. Up it goes. Lance has got it. He's been good for them today. Johan Lance. Handball. That was a smart bit of play. Again, kicked around the corner. Scrappy. There's a lot of men now around the football. It's a tight contest. Both teams have sent all of their players up to the ball, it looks like. Great Britain keeping a little bit more structure in their forward line. But all of Sweden's players have gone. Leaves only the excitement machine. Johansson down in the goal square for Sweden. Emil Arborg again has the ball, but beaten to it by 21 for Britain. He kicks around up the corner. Oh, almost marked there. Great Britain in the forward pocket. They've got numbers running past. Can they get it up? Arborg again gets it up. There's McKinnell. He's had a fantastic last half to this game. Delito's hanging out the side. He wants it for a shot, but it's not going to come out. And it's going to be a ball up by the umpire. Great Britain have been tremendous at keeping the ball locked down or just forcing it forward wherever they've had the chance. Hasn't always been the prettiest football, but has been effective. Great pressure from them around the packs, just knocking the ball forward and locking it down when they've had to. Great mark taken here by number 23. That is Martinson. He's starting to shape as one of Sweden's better players today. Lovely pass. That's into the arms of Hampus Olsen. Olsen turns around. What does he do with it? Kick it up to the excitement machine. He's coming at it hard. Sarlin gets onto the end of this ball. Comes off his chest. Still chasing after it, Sarlin. Turns around. And beats him over the boundary line for a throw-in. He was their last goal kicker. I would have liked his chances if he had got it one-on-one. Ball gets thrown in by the umpire. Over the back. Gets knocked down here. Great Britain have the numbers to run this out. Good bit of play here, Saunders. He's a fresh head. There's Sean Walton. He knows exactly what to do with it. And he puts it onto the chest of his teammate there. Around come the other players. Spins around. Sweden do well, that'll lock this up. You do feel time is running out. Great Britain have put on a tremendous performance again. They are looking like a super hard team to beat at the moment. I can see them giving any team an absolute run for the money in the grand final. You'd almost have to consider them favourites. There's the final siren. Great Britain have won this one in fantastic fashion. Final scores, Great Britain, 40 points. And that was 6 goals for 40 points to Great Britain. Sweden, 20 points. 3 goals to 20 points. A fantastic victory there for Great Britain. This has been some tournament for the Great British Bulldogs. They are yet to put a foot wrong. They've taken on quality opponents and beaten quality opponents. And they definitely have the best forward structure and the best forwards in this tournament. Chris James was fantastic last match. He was good again today, he kicked a couple, but today it was really Sam Willett that stood up and kicked truly for the Great British team. He was fantastic. Of course, Saunders popped up again for one to get them started. It was pretty good play all around there by the Great British team. And again, strong half-back line. Really seemed to work well. We saw great play by Mark Ireland. David Gamble was good in patches. Ollie Delidio, he was magnificent. Never let the ball pass him today. We saw glimpses of skill there by Sammy Boyd. We saw some good stuff as well by Danny James. They really are working together well as a team. Alistair McNichol, really in and under the packs. I was very impressed with his work around the ground today. He's very fast, but doesn't always hang around the outside. He's in and under those packs and works well. For Sweden, well, they'd be disappointed. They played some really good football, especially in the first half. Moved the ball well. They are so exciting. When you see Erik Salen and when you see Johan Lance and you see Natas Johansson get on the end of football, you just think that anything can happen with Sweden. But they just weren't strong enough in their defence to lock that ball down. Emil Alberg was amazing. He was all over the ground today for Sweden. He would have had the most touches on the ground by far. He was tremendous to watch, but he just couldn't drag his team over the line. It was in the end a fantastic victory for Great Britain. It was not near good enough for Sweden. They're heading into the final day's play now, having won their one match. They have won the one match so far. But we leave you here for the break of this match. It was a victorious Great Britain out there singing their theme song. They're thoroughly enjoying that. They're going to have a couple of nights rest now before the big grand final on Saturday. And I tell you what, it looks like it's going to be a Great Britain versus Ireland grand final, the way this match has played out. So we leave you here at the DCU Sports Ground. We're going to be back at 7 o'clock for the big match. Ireland take on Croatia. Will Ireland be able to win this match and see themselves through to the grand final on Saturday? You're joining us here live on Air TV and thescore.ie. And we're here at the DCU Sports Ground for the 2013 AFL Europe Championship.